For decades, it's been the heavyweight championship of personal computing, right? Mac versus PC. It's a debate that has shaped how we all work, create, and, just live our digital lives. Well, today, we're stepping back into that ring with the absolute latest contenders: Apple's shiny new macOS Tahoe and Microsoft's really impressive Windows 11. But here's the thing. This year, something just feels different. The lines are getting kind of blurry, and you're seeing even lifelong fans starting to peek over the fence. And this quote from Digital Trends, man, it just says it all. This is coming from a die-hard, lifelong Windows user who's suddenly thinking, maybe I could switch. So what's going on here? What is it about macOS Tahoe that's making even the most loyal PC folks start to question everything? Let's dive in and find out. To really get to the bottom of that question, we have to start with the absolute heart and soul of any operating system: how it looks, how it feels to use, and now more than ever, how it thinks. This is the stuff you interact with every single day, and trust me, the philosophies behind these two could not be more different. So on the surface, they both look great, very modern. Windows 11's Fluent Design gave us this really clean, calm vibe with those rounded corners and subtle transparent effects. It's nice. But macOS Tahoe is going down a totally different path with this new thing they're calling liquid glass. It's all about making the interface feel like it has real depth and immersion. Windows have this kind of frosted, layered look, and the animations are just incredibly fluid and snappy. And then there's the big one, the AI battle. On one side, you've got Windows 11 with Copilot. It's this super powerful AI assistant that lives in your sidebar, ready and waiting for you to ask it to do stuff. Answer a question, create an image, whatever. But on the other side, macOS Tahoe has this Apple intelligence, and it's woven so deep into the OS, you barely even notice it's there. It's all about being proactive, right? It anticipates what you need, it summarizes your emails without you even asking, and it offers suggestions based on what you're actually doing in that moment. And that really brings us to the core difference. Here's a simple way to think about it. Windows 11 gives you an amazing AI tool. You call on it when you need it. macOS Tahoe, on the other hand, is trying to give you an AI partner, something that's just always there, working alongside you, baked right into the whole system. But hey, an operating system doesn't live on an island anymore, does it? The real magic, or, the real frustration, is all about how well your computer plays with all your other gadgets. And this is the battle of the ecosystem. And wow, this table just lays it all out. This is Apple's biggest strength. I mean, look at how tightly the iPhone, iPad, and Apple Watch are all connected. Things like universal control, where you can literally just drag your mouse from your Mac right over to your iPad screen like it's nothing, or having your watch just automatically unlock your laptop, it's seamless. Now, Microsoft has made some huge progress with Phone Link, especially for Android users, but it just can't quite match that deep hardware-level magic that Apple has going on. Which brings us right back to our Windows fan from the beginning. See? For anyone who's already in the Apple world with their other devices, this tight-knit family of products is an incredibly powerful reason to think about a Mac. It's not just a bunch of separate gadgets anymore. It's one big, cohesive system, and that is a huge selling point. Okay, so a slick design and a killer ecosystem are really tempting. But let's get real for a minute. The decision to actually switch usually comes down to the cold, hard facts of hardware and software. These are the practical things that can become absolute deal breakers. Before you even get to the software, you have to pick the machine itself. And with these two systems, that choice represents two completely opposite ways of thinking. The world of Windows is all about choice. It's like a giant buffet. You've got tons of different manufacturers, endless ways to configure a machine, you can upgrade parts later on, and you get all these cool form factors like convertible laptops with touchscreens. Apple's world? It's the opposite. It's a beautiful but very tightly controlled walled garden. You get a few very premium options that are incredibly fast and efficient because of those M-series chips, but you give up all that choice, all that flexibility, and you can forget about ever upgrading it yourself. All right, now for the topic that for a lot of people is just an instant deal breaker: gaming. For years, decades, really, this has been a total knockout punch for Windows. But is Apple finally getting serious about it? Let's be perfectly clear on this one. While Apple is definitely making an effort with tools to help developers bring their games over to the Mac, Windows is still the undefeated champion for serious gamers. The sheer number of games available, the massive hardware support, all the gaming-specific features. If high-end gaming is at the top of your list, the choice is pretty much made for you already. And that brings us to the final, and maybe the most important, deal breaker of them all. Will the apps you actually need to use every single day even run on your new machine? This one really just comes down to what you do for a living. Windows has been the standard in the business world forever, and it can run ancient software that a lot of companies still rely on. macOS, on the other hand, has always been the king in creative fields, graphic design, video editing, music. The big takeaway here is simple. Before you even dream of switching, you have to check if your mission-critical apps are supported, period. All right, we've looked at design, at AI, the ecosystem, and the really tough realities of hardware and software. It's time. Time to put it all on the scales and see who actually comes out on top in this showdown. So who actually wins this thing? We can't just go on a gut feeling. We gotta break it down, piece by piece, to see where the real advantages are. Well, the experts at PCMag did exactly that, and what you see right away is it's a split decision. Windows takes the win for hardware choice, for gaming, and for broad software support. No surprise there. But macOS wins on included apps, that amazing mobile integration, and on security. This isn't a knockout, it's a real point-by-point battle. So what happens when you add up all those points? When PCMag put both of these operating systems through their super detailed review process, they ended up giving them the exact same final score, a 4.5 out of 5. And there you have it. It's a tie. A dead heat. Both macOS Tahoe and Windows 11 are officially rated as outstanding. And that's really the key here, isn't it? There is no single best choice for everyone. The winner isn't decided by a spec sheet, it's decided by which of these features actually matter to you. And that kind of leaves us with this final thought. Maybe, just maybe, we've been asking the wrong question this whole time. It's not about which operating system is technically better. It's about which one fits more neatly into your life, your workflow, and the gadgets you already own and love. The battle for the desktop, it's really become a battle of ecosystems. The only question left is, which one is yours?